Skelton knows a thing or two about dominating college football. The former Fordham quarterback made a name for himself as a Ram the past few seasons. Last Sunday, the burly 6'5" signal caller made a name for himself in the National Football League. Skelton had an unspectacular afternoon in the stat department, but walked away a winner in his first pro start, helping the Arizona Cardinals top the Denver Broncos 43-13. Skelton completed 14 of 36 passes for 141 yards and no interceptions. Skelton will get the start this Sunday in Carolina. The Jets are hoping for a fresh start this weekend in Pittsburgh. Gang Green stalled again last Sunday in a heartbreaking 10-6 loss to rival Miami. The Jets haven't scored an offensive touchdown in 9 quarters. Here's what they had to say after the game.
Why is the offense stalled the last 2 weeks?
I don't know, man. We're just not executing. We have no rhythm, really, so, it's just one of those type things.
Well, you got to get it fixed fast. This is the home stretch in December, and if you're talking about making a run, these are the games that, you have to win, so whatever it is, we have to get it fixed fast, and go back to work and look at it and see and go from there.
Like the Jets, the Giants are also 9-4 and second in their division. However, Big Blue has been rolling of late. Although their Sunday matchup was delayed an extra day due to weather damage to the Metro Dome, the G-Men soundly defeated the Brett Favre-less Vikings 21-3 on Monday Night Football. The Giants will now welcome Michael Vick and the 9-4 Philadelphia Eagles for round 2 at the Meadowlands Sunday. If you haven't caught on yet, today's a pigskin special. With that in mind, let's turn back the clock to November for an exclusive insider look at the first college football game at the new Yankee Stadium.
Two of the most storied programs in college football history revisit an old rivalry in the Cathedral of American Sports, Yankee Stadium. Welcome to Army Notre Dame, the next generation.
The Fighting Irish returned to the Bronx for the first time in 41 years. And although the matchup between Notre Dame and Army isn't what it once was, the Irish continued their dominance over the Black Knights, winning 27-3. For one night, like in the glory days of yesteryear, Yankee Stadium became a college football paradise. Only this time, the new ballpark got a chance to play host.
It was an exciting atmosphere, and I know that our kids fed off the energy that was here in New York for the past 48 hours. So very exciting for our football team to be here at Yankee Stadium and play well.
Players and coaches alike agreed. Regardless of the final score, the historic matchup had more to do with the experience of playing in Yankee Stadium than it did in winning.
Yankee Stadium, it's a beautiful place. There's a lot going on, and just the history, just walking in the locker room, and people asking, oh, hey, whose locker is this, and everything. It was a lot of fun.
The 50th meeting between Army and Notre Dame dripped with nostalgia. 1947 Heisman winner Johnny Lujack, now 85 years old, was the honorary captain for Notre Dame. Army was represented at the coin toss by the 1958 Heisman winner Pete Dawkins, who was part of the last Black Knights team to beat Notre Dame. Yankee Stadium press box legend Bill Steimers provided historical context.
First time since October 11th, 1969, when Notre Dame went out and beat Army 45-0 that day. And they drew over 63,000. I was happy to see college football come back to Yankee Stadium. This place is like a palace now, and it should have more games and more sports than just the Yankees.
The sellout attendance of 54,251 set a record for the largest crowd for a sporting event at the 2-year-old ballpark.
Guys, when you first step into Yankee Stadium tonight, your first impressions of that football field in the middle of the baseball diamond?
Phenomenal. It was just amazing because I came here during the baseball season. It's a regular baseball stadium. You step in here and it's just a phenomenal environment, great environment.
To see the transformation from the normal baseball stadium to the football stadium was pretty awesome.
The Irish dressed in their special Kelly green jerseys and proved to 6-5, becoming bowl eligible. Saturday night's win was the 14th straight for Notre Dame against Army.
It's an exciting week, playing on the world stage, other than that, that's all I can really say about, it's a great week, good experience. At the same time, it's a learning experience too.
There was no win one for the Gipper speech at halftime in the Bronx like there was during that historic game in 1928 when Notre Dame head coach Newt Brockney called on his team to win one for the ill George Gipp. But the November 20th, 2010 showdown did mark a new chapter in the history of college football in the Bronx. About the only thing making bigger news from the gridiron in the Bronx this season was Truman High School football. Let's hit the sports corner and talk more about it. We welcome to the show the stars of Truman's championship team, Isaiah Muller, Andrew Reed, and Xavier Hamilton, and the coach that brought it all together, John James Shepard. How's it going, guys?
Pretty well. How are you?
Can't reach you guys in the back, so just going to give you the wave. You know, I wanted to start with you, Coach. Truman football now, the crown jewel of the Bronx. This season, 10-2. How did you make it happen?
Well, you know, crown jewel of the Bronx sounds great. I think we still have a couple more steps to take before we can claim that. But this was a good group, a committed group, and it's really been a joy to see them progress throughout the years from JV guys. And the more committed each team is, the better they finish each year. And it was very nice to see this particular group of guys, some talented guys that did put the work in from their freshman year moving forward to be able to finish their senior seasons with a championship. Greatest reward a coach can have.
Xavier, you are the quarterback of this championship team, and I wanted to get your thoughts. Were you nervous going into the championship game?
Yeah, I actually was kind of nervous. I knew it was a big deal. It would lead to like a good feat for our school, put us on the map.
A lot of times being the quarterback, you get the credit when a team wins, but you also get the credit, of course, when a team doesn't do too well. You're a senior, you're a leader, you had a touchdown in the game. When did you know that you guys had sewn up that championship matchup?
That last touchdown when I banged it in from 8 yards out, I knew it sealed the fake. I knew a defense will
talk more about the
back.
matchup. You guys win 23-20, a very tight game.
Yeah, we came out, we struck first, a big 80-yard touchdown. We got a little lax. They came back, big play after big play. We traded blows, and we came out on top.
Now, one of the guys in the backfield that made a lot of big plays for you is Isaiah. 2 touchdowns in the championship game, 295 total yards, I believe. What's it like being a celebrity here in the Bronx?
No, it's not. It's not like really being a celebrity. I guess you gotta put in the hard work and believe in everybody, and the results will happen.
Now, for you as well, when did you feel that things were starting to come together? The team goes 10-2 this season. When was the moment that you felt that this team has an opportunity to gel and win it all?
I mean, the first game of the season we took a loss, and we took a loss. I think it was week 6. So we had a lot of we was arguing and stuff, but at the end we learned how to work as a team. We all believed in each other, and we won.
Unbelievable. Mr. Reed in the back, you're a pretty big fella. You play on both sides of the ball. I think most of the time coaches would say they'd rather have defense than offense, especially when it comes to winning championships. You had 11 tackles in the championship game, but you also opened up some holes as a fullback for Isaiah. Talk about your performance and what winning that championship meant to you once the horn sounded at the end of the game and you guys knew you were champions.
Well, at the end of the game, I felt like a great relief just descended upon me, and I just felt really great at the end because that was my first championship ever, and I worked for 4 years, and that's just what I wanted, like, ever since I stepped into high school.
Extra special knowing the camaraderie and the chemistry that you guys have?
Yeah, me and X have been playing football for the past 4 years. Muller, he joined the team around his sophomore year, so we got to know each other, became friends, and bonded.
Coach, you got a great group of players here, and I think that you're hoping to continue this championship tradition next year. Talk about the prospects of winning another one.
Well, you know, it'll be a little more difficult for us next year. We're moving up in a division. It's something that we've looked to do since I've taken the program over, and we have been consistently moving forward as a program, and these are the guys that enabled us to go to that next level. We do have some returning guys that will play vital roles next year for us. But it is tough when you lose guys like the guys I have sitting around me here. The commitment level that I talked about earlier seems to be there. So as long as we're consistent in the weight room and spring football and everything we need to do, I think we can definitely compete at the next level and hopefully, you know, go out and earn that title of the crown jewel of the Bronx.
Congratulations, guys, on winning the championship. I know you're getting fitted for your championship rings.